Hello everyone. I hope you are good. I hope you are fine. This is day 2 of trying to talk about deep things in a language I don't speak properly. I don't properly speak. And today I want to talk about something that I find very interesting and I find very very deep. I want to talk about the purpose. I think the pronunciation is like that. The purpose, right? The purpose. I want to talk about the purpose of life or the meaning of life, especially in a man, because I'm a man, and I know my experience, and I want to talk about my own point of view. So I have made like a list of things I want to talk about. I know I don't have a lot of time to talk because I have to go right now, but I don't want this video to be so like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say the exact word, but I don't want this video to be small. Like, I want to express myself without any limitation. So I'm gonna talk about the importance of a purpose. This is in the list. I'm reading it right now. How affect a purpose in a man, how to find a purpose, what has the purpose be like, and where to find your purpose in the history of your life. First of all, I want to I don't have a script, to be honest, so I don't want a script because I want to improve my English while I talk. So I don't need any script. I don't want one, so I don't have a script. I just have my my own thoughts and the camera. I find this topic like my hair, bro. I find this topic like a topic really hard to talk about, but it's harder for me to talk to talk about this topic in English because I don't really know how to communicate all the things I want to say. But I'm gonna try my best as always, and my only objective with this video is one, send a message for myself. I mean, this video is for myself. I don't want anyone to I don't it's not made for anyone to see this, just for me. If someone is like seeing this, it will be really strange, but I don't want this video to I'm not making this video to like, yeah, I don't making this video to anyone to see it. That's what I'm trying to say. So but I'm making this video first for myself, like I said, and because I want to improve my English, my speech. So eventually, however, I want to talk about this, and I find this way to communicate very interesting. Okay, first of all, a purpose. Why is a purpose so important in the life of a man? I have read a book about not about the meaning of life, but about a lot of things. I won't talk about this book, but it has a quote which I find really deep, and I find it really meaningful. And I have this quote right here because I wanted to say it it is in English, so I obviously have read this book in Spanish, but the quote is translated to English, and it says, "Without a conscious life purpose, a man is totally lost, drifting, adapting to events rather than creating events." I like a lot this quote because it says the truth about a life purpose. If you don't live with a purpose, if you don't have any purpose in life, which I find it really normal in these days, because I don't have, even I didn't have a purpose like 1 year ago. I mean, I just have like, I mean, everyone has a everyone has everyone have or everyone has everyone have a purpose, I think, or has, but it doesn't matter. Everyone have a purpose, but they don't do it. They don't do it because they don't know it. Maybe you don't even know what you want to be in life, or you are just looking, or you are just following a way that somebody has created for you. Because a lot of times your father, your mother, your family says to you, you are gonna follow this way, you are gonna make this way, you are gonna make this and this and this and this through your life, and you will be happy if you do that. That's a lie. That's a completely lie, and everyone has lied to us, telling us that the purpose, nobody can say, nobody can determinate, maybe, yeah, determinate, I think it's well said. Nobody can determinate what you have to live, what you have to. Nobody nobody must say to you what you have, or you has. Oh my god, again, you have, I think you have, yeah, you have to be. Nobody, because you are the only one who knows it. Okay, I thought my English was better, bro. Talking like that, I realized that I'm not that good, but well, you are the only one who should know that, like the only person who can say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna dedicate my entire life in this or that, and a lot of people don't want to pass through the I don't know the word. Let me search. That in English. Okay. Yeah. Nobody want to pass through the disturb. I think it is the trouble, the inconvenience, the discommode, the incommode, bother, yeah, disturb. I like disturb. Nobody wants to pass through the disturb of having to think about what you want to be in life. It's so easy to just let other ones decide, choose for you. It's choose, yeah, the word is choose. Choose for you. It's so easy. I mean, you don't have to do anything, just do what others say, and that's easy, obviously. But you are gonna be like the quote said, you are gonna be a man totally lost, drifting, adapting to events rather than creating events, and you are not gonna be happy. Let's be honest. You are not gonna be happy. You are never gonna be happy if you don't have a purpose, or if your purpose is created by another person, by other people. You are not gonna be, and that's hard because it's not good for me. I mean, it's not beautiful for me. It's not beautiful for you. It's not beautiful for anyone. But that's the reality of things. That's what it is. It is what it is. So, if you have a purpose, you are gonna be happy. Probably, you are gonna be a person with a way, and with a way which you want. Okay, like you want to do what you want to do. Like you decide, you choose your way, you choose your I don't know, man, your job, or your purpose. You find your purpose, and you find everything. Not everything, but almost everything. You have to. I didn't put this in the list because I wasn't thinking a lot when I was writing the list. But there is a concept which is really popular in Japan, I think, which is the ikigai. The ikigai is like the let me find the word in English. Reason. Okay, reason. The ikigai is the reason why you wake up every morning and why you stay up in the night. That's the reason for you to live. That's the ikigai. And how can I find a ikigai? And that's a really good question. The only way to find an ikigai is just asking yourself the right questions. Asking yourself the right questions. That's the only way you can find and achieving a purpose. That's the only way. What kind of questions? And that's the hard part. I'm gonna be completely honest. You can find your purpose in 1 week, or even less. If you ask yourself the right questions, you can find your purpose in even less than 1 week. But you have to put all your effort in finding it, because you don't. I mean, if you just go and start looking about your ikigai and your purpose 5 minutes in a day, and the other day you find it, you look for it like 20 minutes, half of an hour, you are not gonna find your purpose because you are not putting all the effort. But if you ask yourself the right questions, you are gonna find it in like 1 week for real. And if you put all the effort on it, but you have to. This is what I do. This is what I have made, and it has worked for me. Just watching a wall, for real. Just you only need to sit in a chair and look a wall without any distraction, no sound, nor sunlight, no people near you, just you and a wall, and watching, looking at a wall, and you are gonna start you are gonna start thinking, because that's like obvious. I mean, if you watch a wall, if you look at if you stay looking at a wall, you are gonna start asking yourself a question and start thinking. But nowadays, nobody's thinking, because you have your cell phone, because you have your PC, you have your PlayStation, I don't know, you have TikTok, you have Instagram, you have Reddit, you have everything you think you need, you have it. So you can think, You are only consuming. You don't have time to think. And maybe you can add that. You can add the work. You can add your studies. You can add to all of that your obligations. It's hard. It's really hard, but you have to do it, because if you don't find your purpose, you are gonna be lost for all of your life. You are gonna be lost. I mean, maybe you could find it, like, maybe you could find your purpose if you don't start like looking at a wall of asking yourself the right questions, and and you just, the purpose pop up in your head, in your brain, in your mind. But I don't think so, to be honest. And it's really fast to just take a notepad and start asking yourself the right questions, start answering the right questions, and start making a C on yourself, like introspection. I think that's the word in English, introspection. I'm gonna look for it just in case. Introspection, yeah. Self communion. You have to make it. You have to make the effort. What kind of questions? Okay, I'm not the best to start telling you what you have to do, but the right questions, the questions I have used are like what I'm good in what I'm good in. I mean, what I make that I'm good doing it, what I do that I'm good doing it. First of all, naturally, in what I'm good naturally. I mean, I just was born with that ability, like maybe you was born with the ability to, I don't know, communicate. A lot of people have the ability to communicate without any effort. Maybe you have that ability, and that's a natural talent. That's the first question. In what I'm naturally talented on? Yeah, I think so. The second one, maybe in what which ability I have, but that ability I had to put effort to create that, the ability. Like, I'm naturally good in communicate, but I'm not good in, I mean, I wasn't born with the ability, the natural ability of, I don't know, I want to put a example, like sorry, let me think. You wasn't born with the natural ability to okay, to do sports, for example. Just for example, don't take this in like in the step by step, but in your case are gonna be completely different. But maybe you wasn't born with the ability to being good on sports, and you had to elaborate, you had to work on that ability and know you are good in that ability, in that kind of concept, so you have something, a talent in a natural talent. You have an ability that you had to put effort on it to create that, to be good in that. And also the last two questions. First, something that can help people, something that you can help people doing it, something that can make you money, can make you do money, because you have to you have to be paid. I mean, that's the real thing. If your purpose doesn't is a purpose which you can't be paid, that's not a practical purpose. You have to work on that. You can go, you are good, I mean, you are going in the right way, but you have to find the salt, the, I don't know how to say it, but the a little bit of salt. And yeah, I want to talk about two more things. I'm going I have right now to go to with a friend, and I'm late as fuck, bro. He are gonna kill me, but okay, the last two things, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the ultimate purpose of your life for your entire life. The purpose, the ikigai, is something that is changing constantly. Maybe right now your purpose is being a doctor, but maybe tomorrow your purpose is not tomorrow, but in, I don't know, 3 years. 3 years later, your purpose is not being a doctor, but is being a doctor in the brain, just the brain, not a general doctor, just the brain, And you started being a normal doctor. I mean, a doctor of, I don't know, bro, the muscles or another thing, So it doesn't have to be perfect at first. It could be like anything that is you are interested in. And I like to put the example of LeBron James. LeBron James didn't start with basketball. He probably started with, I don't know, tennis or football or something, but he started with a sport. And he knew at first, okay, I'm good at sports. My purpose of life has a lot to be with sports. And he found the basketball, and it was his purpose on life. You have to be you have to follow the same way. I mean, the purpose doesn't have to be perfect at first, but you have to know that you are going in that way, in that direction. And the last one, look in your childhood. This is not a general advice, but it was what it worked for me. When I was even younger, because I'm pretty young, but I was younger, obviously. So when I was younger, I liked a lot of things. And I'm not gonna say like literally the things I like when I was younger, because I feel a little bit embarrassed when I talk about myself. But you can imagine a kid that was obsessed with something like, I don't know, medicine. Okay, the same example. You have to think about in which topic you was obsessed with you were a kid. Probably this is not a general rule, but it is what it worked for me. Like I said before, you have to take that passion, or that obsession you have when you was a kid, and think, okay, right now, nowadays, that I'm not younger, I'm not a kid anymore. What kind of obsession or passion or both I had when I was a kid, I have until today. And that's a pretty solid way to understand the way you have to take. Okay, that's everything. I mean, I could still talking about this because I really, I mean, obviously I express myself a lot better in Spanish, and it's really hard for me to talk about this in English because I don't I'm not that good speaking this language, but I want to improve this language, so I'm trying to do this in another language I don't control in 100%. So I wanted to talk about this because it's something I really appreciate to hear when someone said to me, I have this purpose in life, I really want this and this and this, and I'm pretty sure about this, I have choose this and not my family, not my friends, just me and me, because I want it, because I have it in the heart, and that's all. I feel like gratitude, I like it. So that's everything for today. I don't know how long is this video, but I'm not gonna do this obviously because this is just for me, and I'm not gonna put a miniature. Maybe I put a miniature because I like to make miniatures. So maybe I put a miniature, but something really simple, like me and a photo in the side, nothing more, because I don't want this to to be seen for anyone, but me, or I don't know, 3 persons from the United States, so no more. But thank you everyone for seeing this, and peace.